100 Trey, yeah.
Yo, YouTube, we back with reacting to NBA Youngboy getting out of jail. Let's see what we got, man, because he's my favorite rapper, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man.
What up with you, buddy?
Know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about NBA Youngboy. Now, NBA
What about my
Youngboy has
nigga,
been
man?
going through a lot of stuff with this trial, trying to get his bond
Yeah, we
approved
already
so
know that,
way
man.
at
Come
least
on, man.
he could be free while trying to fight this case from home. And some good news for NBA Youngboy and his fans and his family. It looks like NBA Youngboy finally got granted a bond by the federal
Man, y'all
judge
know he gonna pay that
Louisiana,
motherfucker. I
and he's
have been
gonna
locked
be
up for
coming home.
too
Now, there's a
long.
guy I've been watching as far as these legal cases go down, man. I'm not an attorney, and he breaks them down great. His name is Lawyer for Workers.
Oh yeah, he look like he gonna get him out. I ain't gonna lie.
But man, we're gonna check
He's
out
probably
that
already
clip,
out though.
and we're gonna talk about NBA Youngboy being free and what potentially this could mean for him, because there's a lot of rules and stipulations in regards to him being released. Now, before we get to that though, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay.
Make sure y'all subscribe to me and him. You feel me? I ain't just gonna put his shit out there, you know. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe on my video, and I'm gonna continue on.
Now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this NBA Youngboy situation. It looks like NBA Youngboy is getting out, and he's going to be free on bond. Now, this doesn't mean that everything's already done. This doesn't mean that the trial is done. This doesn't mean that NBA Youngboy is going to be able to move like he did before, or do the things he was doing before, because there's a lot of stipulations that go with his release. Now, NBA Youngboy is obviously one of the biggest figures in music and hip-hop right now. His fans and his following are humongous, and everybody just tracks what he does. And there's a lot of people who attribute what the sound that we have in music right now to NBA Youngboy and how he changed music dating back into like 2017. Now, there's a dude by the name of Lawyer for Workers who's been keeping up with this case, been going through the documents and the filings and each and every mention and order that's been put into court, and he broke it down precisely.
Was he following it? Somebody was telling him to do
take
that.
on this from social media, and then come on back for the commentary.
Boy gets a bond. He's going to get out about 15 minutes ago at 3:50 Louisiana time. Judge Shelley Dick of the Middle District of Louisiana granted NBA Youngboy a bond for the duration of his trial. There are certain conditions. He's going to be restricted to a residence in Utah. He's going to have ankle monitoring on. He cannot.
Why are they giving this nigga information? Well, it really don't matter. Protect it with military people.
Family. There are limits on visitors. Only 3 visitors may be allowed at a time. Obviously, there are all the other visitors approved either by the judge or pre-trial. There's obviously a series of other restrictions like no guns, no drugs, got to subject yourself to drug testing. One of the key issues that the judge looked at in granting this bond was that the first time she had looked at it, the government presented evidence that an LAPD report that this guy was running from cops doing 80, 90 miles per hour. In fact, the real testimony came out. The cop who apprehended him, he was doing 45 miles an hour. The judge looked at that. Other factors, NBA Youngboy gets a bond. He's going to be at his house in Utah in a matter of days.
Now, as you heard right there
from
the guy, his name is Lawyers for Workers on social media, man. I use a couple of his clips, so I want to make sure y'all get his name. Now, basically, this is what it breaks down to. NBA Youngboy is released on bond conditions. So it sounds like NBA Youngboy is going to have a lot of restrictions. Like, he has to go to this house in Utah. If you checked out my last story that I did about NBA Youngboy with the whole jail fight, that being an issue and stuff like that, when he was having his bond hearing earlier this week, they brought that up, the prosecution did, in order to kind of derail this, to make sure that NBA Youngboy stays in jail. But it looks like, man, NBA Youngboy and his legal team prevailed, and he finally got a bond. It's been several attempts at him getting a bond, and this time, I guess they wanted to make sure if they gave him a bond, they were going to make sure that he stayed out of trouble. So he's got to go to that house in Utah that he bought. I know some of you are thinking, man, what in the world? NBA Youngboy ain't...
Talking about NBA Youngboy, that's his last name. He recently purchased a house in northern Utah to be near the family of a childhood tutor who took him under her wing. According to the testimony, his attorneys pointed out that while staying in Utah periodically over the past decade with the tutor's extended family, NBA Youngboy has refrained from engaging in criminal activity.
Utah? Yeah, he has a house that he bought in Utah, and it's basically to be close to somebody who was a mentor to him throughout his life or early in his life. And, you know, I guess they're a good example for NBA Youngboy because
Make sure y'all do that for my video right there.
He just had
Thank
his
you.
22nd birthday. Dude is still young in this rap game, and he's handling a lot of fame and stuff like that. I'm not trying to make excuses for anything that NBA Youngboy does.
This nigga only 22. Going to jail for that small amount of time do not affect him. He got years of his life left. Man, unless somebody hang out with him. Shit.
Has to make sure that nobody with any prior convictions or anything like that show up to the house. His family can only be there and stuff like that. Now, he has a lot of kids and he's got a lot of family, so I'm sure they are happy about this news. Now, as the updates come out and we get more information on the story, we're going to break it down. But I'm pretty sure NBA Youngboy's fans are super happy because they were already saying earlier today, before this was announced and before it was official, that NBA Youngboy was coming home and he was coming free. I don't know if you want to call that positive motivation or positive thinking or, you know, wishing things into fruition, but man, whatever it is, it definitely worked because NBA Youngboy at this time is about to be free. Now with that, hold up. What do you guys think about this, man? Do you think that NBA Youngboy being able to come home free and work in the studio and kind of just be locked down in that Utah place? Because remember, the Utah place that he bought, he actually has to have like this armed security guards, and they have these like credential checking points and stuff like that. I mean, it's really some interesting stuff if you really break the way I broke it down in the last video or whatnot. But man, do you think that'll be enough to make sure that he stays out of trouble, stays in the studio, keeps grinding, and make sure that NBA Youngboy is the success in the rap game that he's set to be? Not like he's not a success right now. Like I said before, he's done amazing things in this rap game, especially when you add in the fact that dude is literally the king of YouTube as far as hip-hop is concerned. Now, this is great news, like I said before, for NBA Youngboy, his fans, his family, and everybody who's close.
Yeah, it's good news and all, but just think about it. This nigga's locked in the house. Now they have 3 family members in there at a time, no drugs. What the fuck y'all think this nigga about to be doing? Y'all think he just about to be sitting there? Come on now, make it make sense.
In some type of way, right? But what do you guys think? Do you think this will be a great way for him to stay out of trouble with all these, you know, specifications?
He's just gonna have to. He probably gonna be in the studio 24/7. But shit, if he can't do none of his stuff that he wanna do, then it's like, what's the point of being out?
Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure.
Man, this shit crazy. I'm glad my nigga out, but shit. Like I said though, I'm glad my nigga out. But shit, those restrictions that they put on him, that shit gonna be crazy. Like, staying in the house, only allowed to have 3 family members, no drugs. Like this nigga, y'all know this nigga be drinking that lean, smoking, all that shit. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all got more information. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram. Add me on Facebook. And I'm out, man. Yo, YouTube. I just found out this information recently. It says NBA Youngboy will reportedly not be getting out as California has asked for his bond to be placed on hold due to the cases they have with him as well. That's crazy. But I'll give it straight back to the video.
100 Trey, yeah.